Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, we're calling it the shutdown backfire, or maybe more accurately, the Schumer shutdown backfire. This guy clearly stuck his head in the sand, and he just blindly moved forward, ignoring all obvious cues that clearly this wasn't a good idea. I guess we witnessed the actions of a desperate man. Chuck Schumer's political career is basically dead in the water. Even Donald Trump spoke about this recently.
You know, they're referring to me as a king. I'm not a king.
Right. No, but just so that Chuck Schumer could go and say, I'm fighting Trump.
Yeah, well, Chuck is, at the end of the line. He's being beaten by everybody that they poll against him. And, what he did is he did the right thing a couple of years ago on something like this. And he got hurt by his party. And it doesn't, I don't think it matters to him. I think he's just so dead that he'll do anything.
Yeah, and well, you don't exactly make good decisions when you're desperate and emotional. The warnings were right in front of him. The writing was on the wall. Engaging in this kind of Hail Mary nuclear option political strategy without actual good reason, obviously not going to work well. But Chuck Schumer, he ignored all the obvious warning signs and just moved forward with this sick, pathetic activist theater. And now, well, it seems to be fueling a red wave. A big-time red wave. The polling data continues to drop, folks, and the trend is not slowing down, rather it seems to be accelerating. Democrats are not gaining. No, they are getting decimated across the board. Let me show you guys what's going on here, but first, this video is brought to you guys by a sponsor, so let's play that clip. This video is brought to you guys by ExpressVPN. Look, friends, we know the internet can be the wild, wild west sometimes. You got trackers, hackers, and well, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I value my privacy. And that, my friends, is why I use ExpressVPN on all of my devices. I use it at home and even when I'm traveling. And you might be asking, well, what exactly is a VPN? Well, it's actually a very simple tool. You install it on your device, and then 100% of your online traffic goes through the VPN, and that proxy point is actually a secure server that you can choose from any location across the world. And it essentially creates an extra barrier of anonymity between you and wherever you're connecting to online. All you gotta do is download the app, sign in, and then select a proxy server, and there you go, you're now connected from a totally anonymous place halfway across the world. And the cherry on top is that then allows you to access geo-restricted content like TV shows that may not be available on American Netflix by simply connecting through a different location. It's a really cool tool, and it's basically as simple as I describe. And now here's the pitch. If you guys want to get ExpressVPN, well, I've got an exclusive offer for you. Simply click the link down below in the description. That's expressvpn.com/hivemind, or simply scan the QR code on screen, and you can take advantage of this promotion, getting 4 extra months free on ExpressVPN's 1-year plan. Click the link or scan this code right over here for 4 free months. Protect your privacy, protect your data, get ExpressVPN. A huge thank you to our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Now back to the video. All right, folks, so the trend continues, and in this case, look no further than the swing state of Arizona. Democrats, of course, have been concocting this shutdown strategy for a while, and now, well, in just 1 month in Arizona, Republicans have now gained almost 5,500 registered voters. Meanwhile, Democrats continue to bleed voters. And listen, this is not normal. For the trend to be continuing after an election like this, especially to this degree, and you might think, well, the scale of it is pretty small, it's only 5,000 voters, but it's 5,000 voters in a single month. This is a continued political revolt. It will not stop. Usually these trends follow some sort of big event, especially in an election season when a president is clearly outperforming the other side. But it's been almost a year since the last election, since President Trump won, and the trend is not slowing down. So obviously we have to now correlate this to what the Democrats are doing. This is a response to their unhinged, ineffective, non-productive behavior. And it's happening in the worst places, in the most important swing states. It's happening in Pennsylvania. It's happening in Arizona. And Arizona is a state that Democrats need. And they told us after 2020, after Joe Biden won the state by a very slim margin, that they had defended the state. But fast forward today, Republicans now hold a 333,000 voter registration lead in the state of Arizona. Democrats have been ditched. People would rather identify as an independent than Democrat. Now, of course, keep in mind independents in the state tend to lean Democratic, but still, it continues to show that the Democrat brand is toxic. People do not want to identify with it, and more so now, as this shutdown is now happening. And just speaking to the trend that I was mentioning earlier, I got this post I want to show you guys because this is really where it gets put into perspective. This is countrywide. Since the 2024 election, Republicans are plus 1.39 million in voter registrations nationally. Month after month, state after state, people are ditching the Democrats in massive numbers. We're talking tens of thousands In some months, hundreds of thousands of people registering as Republicans, and Democrats are seeing the exact opposite. They're losing voters at an astonishing rate. And the crazy part is the cope. I mean, speak about having your head in the sand. It's not just Chuck Schumer, it's also your average Democrat voter. The initial voter registration data that I showed you guys earlier, specifically in Arizona, look at the top comment. LOL, they're just switching to primary Republicans. Are you kidding me? No frickin' way. Democrats keep pretending as if this is a real thing, but it is not. These people will say anything, they'll delve into whatever conspiratorial nonsense to justify the horrible numbers. Again, as we know with these Democrats, anything but actually being introspective, looking inward, asking themselves the most important question.
Are we the baddies?
Yes, you are the baddies. And it's no coincidence that this is happening now, that this trend is accelerating as Democrats are doing this shutdown stunt. Voters see it for what it is. It's a hateful, vengeful, political hostage-taking strategy. That's exactly what Chuck Schumer's doing. The Democrats shut down the government, not over spending, not over policy, but as a political play to launch this cringe no kings rally, sending their army of boomers onto the streets. And if you think the shutdown was bad for Democrats, wait till you start to see the polling meltdown following this no kings pathetic performance. And you know what? I think all of this really comes down to the Democrats' naive trust in institutions. I think Chuck Schumer and the Dems thought the media would run cover for them, but this is proving to be a fatal mistake. Barely anybody watches mainstream media anymore. They don't have the power that they used to, not to mention social media has totally shifted. X is now owned by Elon Musk. It's the biggest political platform. The algorithm is no longer catered towards left-wing propaganda. The right side promoted news tab is not just anti-Trump propaganda 24/7 like it used to be. And so now there's a real, genuine, authentic national conversation, and Democrats are getting exposed every single day. The media can no longer protect them. Then there's the next element of institutional trust that's backfired here. All the polls in the early days showing that the people would support the Democrats in a shutdown, that they would blame Republicans. This pathetic weak talking point, Donald Trump and the Republicans, they control government, therefore the shutdown is their fault. No, you're the ones taking the government hostage. And obviously those were fake, phony push polls, but Chuck Schumer and the rest of the Democrats, they probably believed it. They probably believed their own fake polls. Just like they do in the election season. Oh, we can't possibly lose. Hillary Clinton has a 99.99999% chance to win because Quinnipiac and YouGov and the Morning Compost told us so. Your polls are trash. They're doo-doo, dog shit. Useless. Freaking copium. Confirmation bias. If you are developing political strategy based off fake polls, you will find out very quickly, and I think that's exactly what's happening. Because sure, if you cherry pick all your favorite Democrat pollsters, they're always going to tell you, no matter what you do, you're winning. By virtue, if you're a Democrat, if you're on the left-wing side, you just automatically win. But if you look beyond the phony push polls, if you actually looked at the data from the best pollsters in the game, we've repeatedly covered over the last couple of weeks that Democrats are on the losing side of this issue. Voters don't even want what they're fighting for, what they're shutting the government down for. And by and large, voters blame the Democrats, and pretty much everybody near unanimously believes that Republicans will end up winning in the end during this shutdown. The effort is futile. And to engage in this futile effort, to take it to the level that Democrats have, to push it to the extreme to shut down the government, and to now be extending that shutdown likely over 30 days by the time this whole thing comes to an end, oh my lord, what a stupid, stupid idea that's going to be. I could pretty much guarantee you, I'm not a betting man, but I would definitely bet that it's going to continue backfiring against the Democrats. They will continue to drop in the generic ballot data. These voter registration trends, I think, will accelerate if anything. And now it seems the markets are catching on to that trend. Just look at Polymarket, look at Kalshi. You'll notice that the Democrat odds to take back the House, they are dropping precipitously. And this shutdown is likely to accelerate that. But of course, time will reveal whether I'm correct or not. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.